Bruh.
What up? We are DV, and today is March 4th, 2025. A motherfucking Tuesday.
It's a pretty windy day today out here by the beach,
Mm-hmm.
but we love it,
Yep.
you know. And
So,
today we're gonna chop it up with you about mastering your craft. All right. So what's your craft? Uh, what I'm talking about is like anything that you're doing with a purpose, right? You can even call it a goal if you want to. You know what I mean? Something that you're working towards. That you put a significant amount of effort into. And how to master that. Well, first of all, why should you master it, right? Why is it important to master it?
yeah.
I think the reason why it's important to master it is because when it's all said and done, you gotta leave something here, right? A lot of times we're talking about legacy in these conversations, right? And that's what you're gonna be left with. That's what's gonna be a part of the legacy. What you mastered, whatever it was you did, your acting career, your rap career, your writing, you know, um, whatever your craft was, singing. When it's all said and done, you gotta leave it here, right? That's gonna be part of your legacy. You can't take it with you. You gotta leave it here on the table. So, it, I think the best thing to do is to master it, right? So that way somebody picks it up when it's time for them to pick it up. You left something for them, so they can up the ante on that when it's time to, right?
Add to it.
Right, add to it, right? So,
Yeah, it's almost like, um, how do we say it? Like, it's almost, well, let me stick to just mastering something first. The whole idea and the process of mastering itself is a process of repetition, a process of investment of energy, um, perfecting it, but at the same time, open to grow and learn new things. That's what mastering looks like to me, sounds like, what it feels like. Like when you want to master something, it's because you're passionate about it and you want to be proficient and efficient about it. You want to know as much as you can about it. That comes right along with the passion.
you want to be the best at it,
You want to be the best at it, not for nobody else, but for you.
right?
Um, so yeah, I would say the whole reason you would even want to even master something is because you want to become, yeah, legendary. You want to become legendary at something. You want to leave something behind, like you said. You want to leave your imprint.
Right,
I mean, that's why we started doing music
right,
in the first place. We wanted to leave a fucking uh, an imprint here. We wanted to leave something behind. We wanted to be able to make make our name in history. We wanted to be able to say we wanted to be the amongst the greatest of something, whatever it was. I just knew that I feel like I have a purpose here, and I was meant to leave something here, something behind, so other people can take that and learn from it. You know.
those other people I'm talking about are the ones who are like you, people who are part of your tribe. There's always going to be people like you. There's always going to be people that are closer to you, that are more alike like you, more vibrational alike than you, like, similar to you. And those people are going to be looking for, those coming up are going to be looking for some kind of guiding light. And you can be that guiding light when you master whatever that you're doing, and you leave it here for them to pick it up when you're gone,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So, um, so that's why it's important to master your craft. So for the ones who come up underneath you, can pick it right up and keep going with it.
Yeah, it gives them sort of like a guidance.
Yeah.
Some guidance on how to move, on how to assert themselves
Right.
on whatever they're trying to do in life, whatever your chosen craft is.
Right.
For some it's music, for some it's money, some people it's finance, some people it's art of different sorts. Just life. Really, if you want to think about it, just you should be trying to master life.
You know, Speaking of mastering your craft, let's talk about it. Right. At one point, my craft, as the lover boy that I am, was love.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the best lover as possible,
Same
right?
here, yeah.
And who were the people that I was trying to pick it up from? People like, what's his name, Don Juan, not Magic Don Juan the pimp. I'm talking about cats like Don Juan. Who else was he?
Casanova.
Casanova. You know, I think I remember asking a teacher one time, "Well, these people real people?" One told me they were real. One told me they were fictional people.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they were, the story, the effect that they left here, is what's important, right? And that's what it made me want to be the best lover possible in all aspects of love.
Yeah.
You know, romance, you know, all the other aspects of love. I wanted to master all of them, and I wanted to be the best at it, like they were, right? On top of being a good lover with women as well, they inspired me to do that as well. But see, that was the craft that they left, the craft that they mastered and left for someone like me who was a lot like them to pick up and continue with, right? So that's an example of what I'm talking about, why you should master your craft and what it is to master your craft. Now let's talk about how do you master your craft.
Well, here's a good story of how to do it. I remember when we was younger, we was playing basketball, right? We played basketball growing up as kids all the time, right? It's just what we did all day, every day. You know what I mean? We weren't in the house, we was outside playing basketball all day. So with that, in our neighborhoods, in the hood period, shit, everybody had, if you play basketball, you're good for something. You're good at something. Right. Some niggas shoot the J real well. Some niggas just be dunking on niggas. Some niggas got hella handles. I had hella handles. There's other niggas in our neighborhood that hella handles. When I mean handles, means good at dribbling. You know what I mean? You could just do some ill shit. Your hand, you was good with the ball, you was good with your hand. You know what I mean? You do a lot of different shit.
Right.
So with that, a sense of pride comes, and you get notoriety, you get a reputation for that, for being good at certain shit on the court. Everybody had something, you know.
Right.
You know, you had some big niggas that had quick feet. You know what I mean? You know,
or a real short guy like Ryan who could
dunk on niggas.
He was number 5'5".
Yeah, you know, so everybody had something that they was good at. When I started, I realized that people like, there were players like Pistol Pete, there was players like Magic Johnson. These dudes had handles, you know what I mean? They were, and the footwork is ridiculous. It goes hand in hand.
Nick Van Exel.
Nick Van Exel, another one, right? John Stockton, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers like that. Fuck, now I gotta name some other ones. Skid to my Lou, niggas like that. Think about and one, shit like that. Niggas that played at the Rutgers, shit like that.
They perfected it.
Now, what I'm saying is, I knew that. We knew that growing up. And I made a decision. I want to get good at handles. You know, I want to be like Mr. Pete and all the other greats that had nice handling skills. I want to shake niggas. I want to embarrass niggas on the court. You know what I mean? So I made a decision that time, and I remember thinking, all right. Oh, I ended up watching this Pistol Pete documentary.
Oh, I remember.
And I saw all the drills he was
doing
and shit. I watched it and I was inspired by it. I said, this nigga's a master at his craft. Nobody can beat him at this, at least at that time, you know? So I said, this is how he did it. I just decided, fuck it, this is how I'm going to do it.
Took the blueprint.
I took the blueprint. And he mastered something. I watched what he did and I took the blueprint. So every morning before I went to school, I would get up hella early before school.
He did, I watched him.
And I would go out in that court.
Mind you,
the same drills.
Before we continue with that story, he started out very horrible.
Yeah, Willie wasn't that good.
Let's talk about that. He started out very horrible.
Yeah.
He wasn't good. He was out of control.
Yeah.
He didn't have any handles at all.
No, not at all.
So you gotta put that in there before you talk the rest of that story, because
Sure.
that was the beginning of it.
Yeah. So I was inspired by that movie by Mr. Pete and all the other players that were good at something with in terms of like handling the rock. I said I want to do that, so I went out there and practiced every morning and did the same drills I saw in that movie.
Yeah, I watched him do it.
And I just did. I would go back up and down the court and do the same drill up and down a certain amount of times, and I do another one, and I would just practice. And I do it after, and I do it right before I went to school, and I do it after I went to school. And for some reason, I was just obsessed with it, and that's all I did, and I mastered it. Started getting on the court, started handling niggas, man. Started embarrassing niggas. I built up a reputation for that.
Good.
Because I mastered it. I took the time and the effort and invested my energy to mastering something. That's just one thing. But there's many different things that I'm good at, and I took time to master these things. Now, some things I haven't become a master at. I'm just okay at. But the idea is that it takes time. You have to have the passion and the determination and the focus to even want to be that good at something. So with that, when you choose to master some type of craft, think about something, consider something that you're really passionate about.
Something that might even already come natural to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
It's usually going to be something like that. You know?
Something come natural to you, but something you also have a lot of passion for.
Yeah.
You
You know, something that you would do anyway, regardless.
It's important to do it because like I said, when you're gone, there's gonna be people that were like you who are looking for someone to guide them and on that journey. They're gonna be looking for it. They're gonna need it. So look at it like that. If that's gonna be something that motivates you to master something, let it be that then. Because there's people that are gonna come after you who are gonna need that. You know what I'm saying? I did. I needed people to guide me on certain things that I was into like that. You know, with this rap shit, I needed someone to show me how to do it the right way and find my own style. You know, I had to. Of course, there was many other rappers I looked to back then.
But you use it as a guidance system.
I used it as a guidance system, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then of course you formulate your own way.
Right. You add your own shit from your own experience.
Right. And you perfect that.
Yeah.
For the next motherfucker to pick up.
But that's why it's important for you to master something.
Right.
And put yourself out there for someone else.
Yeah, if not for you, do it for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It could be your kid, it could be your little brother, someone else after you that really has the same feeling about this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we did that for our little cousin. We didn't know. I knew my little cousin that passed away, R.I.P. Little cuz, Derek. I knew he liked music, but I didn't know he really was gonna follow suit like he did after we started doing music.
Yeah.
He followed suit and really pursued it and started making some real moves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was like I was some of the advice when he first started. He was kind of following the trends, you know what I'm saying? Because he had to find something for some guidance. But I realized that, and I gave him some game. Like, listen, bro, if you're gonna follow something, follow this. Go with the people that are more aligned with what you already are.
Yeah.
That are more like you.
You're
not a gangbanger. You're not a blood. You know, you're from small town Kentucky. You're not banging like that. You don't come from that. You're a country boy. So follow those that are more like you. I told him that advice. I honestly didn't expect him to listen to me. Next thing you know, a month later, I look back, his whole look was different, his whole sound was different.
To where he came
who he
from.
really was, right? You know? And that's what he found. So I'm glad he listened to that. Something that was more like who he was.
Yeah.
You know?
Proud of him.
Super proud of him.
Love you, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, and then his mom told us that when we went to the funeral, my auntie, she told me, she was like, I mean, it was so hard for me to go look at him in that casket. But, because I just don't do that, and it's too hard. That's like my little brother. And his mom told me, she's the one, my auntie, she convinced me to go up there and do it because she was like, this is what he would want. He was inspired by y'all. You know, he did music because of y'all. And then that just made me think about a whole lot of other shit after that when I realized that he did this, he was inspired to do it and pursue it for real, because of us. Had we not did that, I don't know where he would have been. Because I know, you know, every young black man gets misguided in life, especially when they're young. And he had his moments, you know, he's a young dude, figuring life out. But I'm glad, I feel like he started to find more direction once he started doing the music.
Yeah, it did help him find direction. It helped him find himself.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
It helped him find himself.
He started to seem like he had more of a direction.
The only reason he got involved with the street shit was because he was trying to find himself.
Yeah, man.
You know, which I'm sure a lot of people do.
But he started to, I feel like when he started doing music for real, he started doing shows other places. I feel like he really started getting some guidance, you know? Yeah. I feel like he really started to be a little bit more focused. Cause I remember he had his kid around then, you know?
Right.
But it was the music. He found purpose through the music. Right. And I'm glad that we was able to fucking allow him to see that and experience, you know, and see and to be inspired, that we was able to inspire him to do that.
Because he watched us, you know, in the process of mastering our craft. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
He watched us. He did. He remembered. I know he remembers.
Yeah.
Because we was in there in Arlene's living room rehearsing and shit all the time. You know?
Now, when it comes to mastering your craft, something else I want to point out, to take heed to. In the process of mastering your craft, guess what? You're never going to master it. You're not going to master it.
It's an ongoing process.
It's an ongoing process. And, you know, I don't care if you're around for 1,000 years. There's always room for growth. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Perfection is a fleeting thing, actually. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't aim for it. I very much think you should always aim for it because it still develops you. It develops you so much. It's always something you should aim towards, but just understand that you ain't never going to actually reach it. That's not the point. So don't get caught up in that. Because I'll be honest, when I was younger and I finally came to that understanding that perfection is something you'll never actually reach, it was a little disheartening, and it almost made me quit, because I was like, wow, so I'm chasing something I'll never actually achieve.
Right.
What the fuck? What am I doing this for then? Right? You know, and it let me down for a quick little minute, but then I got back up and realized the bigger point. The point is it makes you sharper every day. It makes you a sharper person. It makes you sharper at what you're doing, and that's the point. Yeah. You know, it's like practice. Practice makes you better. aiming for better and higher and higher and higher is only going to make you better.
Right.
So it still has a great purpose, even though you never achieve it.
Like, don't picture the end game as there is an actual ending.
Right.
The end game is just be an ever ongoing, ever growing person.
Right.
You know,
Just like life.
It's a process.
Just like life.
You know, I don't want to sound cliche, and it's the journey. But it is.
Right.
You know, that's where the joy is. That's where the lessons are. That's where the experience is.
Right.
The pursuit of it. So when we say master it, we don't mean that there's gonna be some sort of fucking celebration at the end of something, and shit may not be nobody fucking saying good job. May only person that you may ever have to say that to or get that from is yourself.
Right.
Don't expect everybody else to be happy for your fucking your win. You know what I mean? Just because you master something, don't think, oh, now I get a prize. Everybody kiss my ass.
It's the wrong reason to do it anyway.
You're not gonna be doing it for anyone. We're doing it for you.
Right.
So don't expect nothing else. Expect you're the only person that you need to hear from anyway.
Right.
You did it for you, right? So master something because you want to be better and also, be better at it.
And also master it because of the fact that if you can't do it for yourself, if that doesn't motivate you enough, do it for the ones who's coming behind you.
Exactly.
Do the ones who's gonna be coming behind you.
Right. Because it does matter. It does matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
I really know that now.
It's what shapes culture. You know what I'm saying? It's what creates legacy.
Like, think about it. There would be no Michael Jackson if James Brown hadn't mastered his craft.
Right.
I bet you Michael Jackson tell you that himself.
Right. There'd be no Michael Jordan if there was no Dr. J.
There'd be no Prince if there was no motherfucking what's that nigga's name?
You know
what I'm talking about?
Little Richard?
Little Richard.
Little Richard,
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Bop, bop, loop, bop.
Yeah, that part. So yeah, man. So just that's what we're saying. So like, it's important to try to master something. You know what I mean? And that shouts out to all the moms out there, all the mothers out there that mastered motherhood. You know, all the dads out there that's mastered fatherhood. All the uncles out there, all the grandmas. You know, because we need these things in our lives, man. They say it takes a village. You know.
Yeah.
It takes a village to raise a child. And it's true, I believe that.
Right.
But if you ain't got all these people that took the time to put their foot down and get grounded in something and master something, they won't be able to show the people after them how to do this shit right.
Right. Yeah. You know, the cultures that exist right now, within whatever culture you're from, the cultures that exist right now only exist because the people before you perfected this shit.
Took the time to
Mastered
sacrifice some things, really, actually, shit.
Right. So you know, these are the reasons to master something, whatever that craft is.
Whatever it is.
I call it your craft because it's something that you put your heart into, something you love, something you believe in.
Yeah.
You know, you don't necessarily have to be an artist.
It can just be love, like you said earlier. It can be mastering love.
If you're gonna love, master that shit.
And it's well worth the pursuit. Because it's all about love anyway. It's well worth the pursuit trying to master love. Shit,
reminds me of the time where my dad told our older brother who, you know, his thing was gangbang at the time. And he told him, if you're gonna do this shit, I don't recommend it, but if we're gonna do it, then do it all the way and become the best at it. And believe it or not, that was really great advice still. Because at the end of the day, whatever you're gonna put your heart into, you might as well be the best at it. Positive or negative, you know, good or bad, or whatever you're gonna pursue, put your all into it and become the best at it then, you know? Even on that aspect, you know? So, yeah, man. Master your craft. Go all in and don't look back. And like I said, if you're not gonna do it, you're either gonna do it for you or do it for someone else who's coming up behind you, though.
Sure.
They need it, and they're looking for you to do it. For sure.
At the end of the day, it's all about love anyway, so do it for the love.
Right. Do it for the love of it, then.
Do it for the sake of the love for it.
Doubt.
You know? But yeah, give it a try. Start simple. It ain't gotta be no big complicated thing. You ain't gotta master chess in 2 weeks.
Take it day by day.
Take it day by day.
And just up it just a little bit every single time.
Shit, just master being motherfucking consistent.
Right.
Master being consistent.
That's what we're doing with these videos every day.
Exactly.
Because that was something I know I lacked in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm working on building that consistency through this, through connecting with you guys.
Right.
Speaking of connecting with you guys, if any of this ever resonates with you at all, if it brings any kind of value to you or anybody else in your life, make sure to share this video with them. Make sure to let them know about dvtwins. Like the video. Like, most of all, subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
That way we can stay connected to you. We can keep giving you this type of game, giving you this kind of conversations. Because really it's about just connecting with you. You know what I mean? I ain't no fucking guru, and neither is he. This is just about giving you, you know, stuff that's going on with us. And hopefully you relate. That's the reason why you are watching, right? We have some kind of connection.
Yep.
So with that said, man, make sure, like I said, once again, share this video with somebody. At the very least, like, subscribe to the channel, and also please comment. Let us know what you think. If you disagree, let us know that too. If you hit the dislike button, make sure to at least leave a comment. Let us know why you did it.
For sure.
Right? Don't be no big old hater. Let us know why you don't like it, because I think that could be helpful to us.
Yeah.
I love it either way. It's all love.
So check it out. Love yourself, and also master your craft. Master a craft. Master a craft. Okay? Master something. All right. Now, I love you, but I also love myself. I love you because I love myself. Love yourself for yourself.
No doubt. Cool.